Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Times Up Ummah. Today's first news update is coming from Pakistan, where the Pakistani Prime Minister has expressed his concerns about a possible civil war in an interview to the United States news platform. Imran Khan also called on the United States to find out a political settlement to Afghanistan before its withdrawal, or there are high chances of a civil war inside Afghanistan, and he ruled out hosting any possible United States military bases in Pakistan that could be used against other countries, especially Afghanistan. Referring to the United States withdrawal from Afghanistan, Imran Khan said the Americans, before they leave, there must be a settlement. He added a political settlement in Afghanistan would mean a sort of coalition government, a government from Taliban side and the other side. There is no other solution. Dear viewers, the United States wants to flee from Afghanistan after badly defeated by the Taliban, and now they have no other options. They know it very well that if we still remain in Afghanistan, the Taliban will eat us. Dear viewers, as violence surges across the war-torn country, the United States President Joe Biden is due to meet Afghan President Ashraf Ghani and Peace Chief Abdullah on Friday to discuss the situation. But I really don't know what Biden now wants, because the United States has betrayed the current Afghan government and the United States leaves the Afghan security forces to the Taliban. But Taliban has announced a general pardon to the people of Afghanistan, and hundreds of security forces have joined the Taliban. And now the situation can go any side. Therefore, the Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has said he has feared that a civil war could be erupt in Afghanistan. He said in case the Taliban go for an all-out victory, there is going to be an incredible amount of bloodshed, and let me tell you that the country that is going to be suffer the most after the Afghanistan is going to be the Pakistan. Khan also ruled out the possibility that the Pakistan will allow the United States to use its territory against the Taliban. He said there is no way we are going to allow any bases, any sort of action from Pakistan territory into Afghanistan. Absolutely not. And the previous stance of the Pakistan has now changed when Pakistan was supporting United States against Taliban, which brought Pakistan in unended terrorism, and India sent its intelligence agents to Pakistan, and also it killed over 75,000 Pakistanis. He said we will be partners in peace, not in conflict. Today's second news update is coming from Iran, where a hardline Iranian judiciary chief Ibrahim Raisi has won the Iranian presidential elections, and it is his biggest victory. Raisi won 61.95% of the vote in Friday's election on a voter turnout of 48.8%. And in this video, we are going to talk about the world's direction about the new president. And firstly, the current Iranian President Hassan Rouhani has visited Raisi at his office to congratulate him. Rouhani has said, "We will stand by and cooperate fully with the president-elect for the next 45 days, when the new government will take charge in early August." The United States has said it regretted that Iranians were not able to participate in a free and fair election process in the country's presidential elections. The spokesman of the State Department has said the United States will nonetheless continue indirect talks with Tehran on rejoining their Iran nuclear deal that was left by the former United States President Donald Trump. The Russian President Vladimir Putin has congratulated Raisi and expressed hopes for the further development of a constructive bilateral cooperation. Dear viewers, the most important reaction is considered the Israelis, and the Israeli new Prime Minister Naftali Bennett has opened his first cabinet meeting and have started with the condemnation of the new Iranian president. Bennett has said that of all the people that Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei could, he chose the hangman of Tehran, the man infamous among Iranian and across the world for leading the death committees that executed thousands of innocent Iranian citizens throughout the years. And the Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has also said that he looked forward to working with Raisi toward further strengthening of our fraternal ties between Pakistan and Iran for regional peace, progress and prosperity. And the Turkish president has sent a letter to Raisi saying, "Starting my belief that cooperation between our two countries will strengthen during your presidency. I am ready to work together with you." But the most amazing statement and reaction has come from Syria, where the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad congratulated Raisi on his victory and said he was keen to work with the new president to strengthen ties between the two countries. And the spokesman of Hamas has also said in a statement that we congratulate the Islamic Republic of the Iran for the success of the democratic process, the holding of the presidential election and the victory of Ibrahim Raisi as Iran's president. It added, "We wish the Islamic Republic of Iran progress and prosperity. Iran has always been a fundamental and a real supporter of the Palestinian cause and the Palestinian resistance." Dear viewers, viewers, I can say that there is a war waiting between Iran and Israel because on the both sides there are leaders who are apparently against each other. And the reports also saying the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will start a war or will attack the Iran's nuclear facilities, which will lead the region to the full-scale war. Today's third news update is coming from Afghan Taliban, where a new report saying the Afghan Taliban have took control of a key districts in Afghanistan province of Kunduz on Monday. Sources have said the Taliban has encircled the provincial capital and the Taliban are near to capture it as well. There goes the provincial police spokesman has said fighting around Imam Sahib district began late on Sunday, and by midday the Taliban had overrun the district headquarters and were in control of the police headquarters. The sources said the Taliban were near to the capital within a kilometer, but they didn't enter the city, and the residents up there trying to leave for Kabul. And you should also know that over 30 districts have been fallen back to the Taliban since May 1st as NATO forces started its withdrawal. The provincial police spokesman Rahmani has said police and Afghan National Army soldiers had jointly tried to defend the district. He said it still wasn't clear how many casualties the Afghan National Security and Defense Forces suffered in the protracted battle or how many Taliban were killed or wounded. And on the other hand, the Afghan Taliban spokesman Zabihullah Mujahid has said the Imam Sahib district is now in the hands of Taliban. Dear viewers, the Taliban's victories are still continued and they control the districts drastically to make strong its position in the negotiations. The Taliban have circulated videos on their website and to WhatsApp groups which they claim are showing the government soldiers who have surrendered being told to return to their homes and receiving money from the Taliban. On Sunday, the Taliban leader Mawlavi Hibatullah Akhundzada issued a statement ordering his soldiers to treat those who surrender well and display good behavior with them. Dear viewers, the both sides suffering huge casualties, and a police officer has said the police who are fighting are mostly from 4 families. Those families have remained poor despite the trillions of dollars spent in Afghanistan in the past 20 years. They have not seen changes in their lives and are indifferent, so they see no difference. Dear viewers, the United States invasion has crippled life in Afghanistan and the young boys are now compelled to join the military. But the corruption of the puppets politicians never let them the money. Dear viewers, here you should also know that the Taliban are willing to capture the Kabul as soon as possible and implement the Islamic law to celebrate what they fought for 20 years. Dear viewers, if you want to watch top news of the day, please subscribe Times of Ummah.